Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base that you're gonna do. This is how we do text, baby. Man, that does back again. The all the place, go get it. 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 It's right back in the base that you're gonna do. This is how we do text, baby. Man, that does back. Only place you ever gonna get it, all the place you ever gonna get it, all the place you ever gonna get it is right basin. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Spread the word, preacher, preach on. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is how a black woman has been raised from this American debate. American how a black woman has been raised from American race debate. Black Lives Matter. Let me read this. As moderate thought in the article has been posted about the individuality of a black woman and girls in the context of police brutality. We have now as to suffocate the resource to correct it. Anyone who forget black women also killed by the police. We also hear that black women had led and organized and to solid action across the country. And yet, if you read most of the signs as any protest or scholar through the most Facebook timeline, you got to get to the impression that black men are the only ones in the country who's being the president. The story of the Oklahoma officer is they're a hot scar who is charged with the rape and sexually assault a black woman about 34 and 58 and threatening of arrest or to harm them, to remind us that black women are that actually invited into the in complicated ways. We must erupt it in the romantic notice that we must wake up and to find our sons gone, and our daughters will be fine. It's also disrespect to deny add to the depression of black the repression of black woman and the part of the queen black woman both into this movement and the terms in the validity. And I believe that the black women three black queen woman who started this Black Lives Matter and actually and utilized as the framework that we are not ready to adapt into the ability. And I still wonder why, after all the facts and gender manipulate, do we still choose to the center of the story around some black lives and extendedly others? For what reason must this be confronted? like like sweeter mama, now sweeter nanny, so sweeter manna from heaven. The answer will fall from the sky. First, I saw a flyer from a church program that is and devices a special prayer for all men on Black Lives Matter on Sunday. We we thought that nothing of this because, of course, black men deserve is special prayers. Then Bill Cosby wife is Carmela is expressing and disconnected in attacking a victim. She then wondered who is the victim. We thought nothing of this because of course, Mr. Cosby, who displayed the truth and love and strength of womanhood, and by defending her husband. After last week, I read the work of a black man. I mean, and last week I read the work of a black male blog who is trying to place rape culture into the text of race relation. We thought nothing of this because of course white media was just out to get Bill Cosby. It hit me. We having hard times at acknowledgement that black women are the victims of police brutality because it's completely and decimate and the prime time truth that we has been hold on to this for so long that black men are engagement species in America. And this faulty login knows no race boundaries. I heard from friends, from the news responses, and classmates, and politician President Barack Obama shifted from Trayvon Martin could have been my son to Trayvon Martin had been me. He missing that his wife could been as Regatta Boyd, and his daughters could be Anita Jones and Mayor Bartigo has landed over the conversation with his son, but forget to talk about his wife and his daughter. You see what they're saying. To confront it as an enemy is suspicious. To be clear, black men are invited and including into the capitate. I mean, completely to their whiter counterparts. Black men facing a disappointment rate of. This is my favorite one. Uh, 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 uh. This is my favorite one when they always say this. Uh, uh, uh. Con- cons- Concentrated, unemployed, and poverty. Black men are 6 times as likely to be incarcerated than their white counterparts. They always do this all the time. The imprisonment production complex is real. Yeah, of course, because in the rap industry and everything else, even though the NWA movie is about to come out, I thought about wanting to see it, but they point at the negative image because I already know how whites think of us because frankly they should stink too and everything else. But see, they can protect their image, so it is what it is. We need to do the same. And the pain is not imagined. But black men are not the only victims of this frustration, frustration of racism. One in 1111, white women will be in imprisonment in her lifetime. One in a 18 women, black women will be important into her 26 of black women and living as the epitome at the poverty line and completely to 11% 11% of white women and to and 9% of white 9% of white men. And after the house crash, black household lost 27 of their access, while whites lost 7%. Those effects are not meaning to distant from the reality of black men are facing. But remember that black men do not harm into black, but to remember that but to remember that men do not hurt and in isolation of capitalism and interest into the measurement as the of the community of color do not and discriminate against black men or women. And this automatic to the label black men as the danger, making the crop black make a crop black woman out of the picture easy. This brother than do or truth to uh, encouragement. President Obama, my brother keeper program. Soon after, men and women write about this and meditate is the hobby to the covered all black children. Black girls are suffering from the racist school politician. But if you allow these to how to popular school reform and tell it boys deserve all the attention. Why? Because it's part of this sure that tastes a lot like tastes a lot like it sure part of it sure it tastes a lot. I'm sorry, but this is some bullshit. But I know what she's trying to say, and it's because a part of it sure tastes. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is some bullshit right here. Because what she trying to say, black women are not being protected by their men. Let me tell you something. Now that's every man in general. But you know what bothers me? Why is it that you got white women are not being protected by their men or any man in that matter? But why is it that when it comes to us, you know why? Because we ain't the first. That's why. But every man risen man in the first. It doesn't matter who it is. They see white guys as gods. They're not gods. They're men like everybody else. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? What they're trying to do, what they're trying to program us and everybody else. They did a good job. And that go over their head because they've been conditioned like that, but really they're not. Because black men ain't God, and even they even program black women think they're God. They are not goddesses, and anybody ain't God. Only God is God, and goddesses is goddesses. In the story, and because a part of it assured that it tastes a lot like freedom, and to misogynists smell like a libertine. The truth is simple. No black person is safe. We're vulnerable, and even if we have a elite upbringing, or our blackness is a target. When we scream Black Lives Matter, we mean all of us. Black men and black men and women and children are important. Black queen, gay, black queen, lesbian, gay, and trans people are important. But black people are a particular matters. And documentary about black people matter. All of us are just a title as a title to the phrase Black Lives Matter. No black person has a monopoly on being free. You see what they're trying to say. Nothing happening into a vaccine and every time that we hear a story to relate to a black culture and paid it to it information into our unconsciousness, we are falsely believe that every story is separate and in district in the side and those and ideas to compound one on another and to replicate each other and management to racism and sexism are not positive and negative. In terms of the same value, they do not cancel each other out. America's still working on the issue with racism. Well, there's the same American people. They're the ones created this goddamn colorism. This rainbow colorism that going on. Because if that was a fucking case, then they should have never came up scientific racism. The white delete, the blacks, black delete, all of them. They all full of shit because same thing. I love women. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother or my father. Now, don't get me wrong. Black men and black women got to take responsibility. And same thing as white men and white women. Because if we're going to talk about freedom in this country, and same thing, gays got to take responsibility. Everybody. Because you got whites feel like they're discriminated because of their color as well. What you gonna say about that? We need to start discriminating to or other people who stop discriminate other people because it's other people don't discriminate against them or anybody else. See, this is bullshit. This whole thing that people will say. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I don't trust these politicians. It doesn't matter what color they are. They full of shit. They say one thing, they say out of the other. Which is it? We want to love everybody. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're the only group talks like that. I don't hear Fox News and all the rest of them say, okay, we're going to show love for every. See, they trying to break everybody group up. Then you got Latinos. Then you got blacks. Then you got whites. You got everybody else. They do not want to intermix in society because they're afraid if they intermingle with other races. In other words, they're killing their race. They killing their fucking race. Why you think they fucking racist in the goddamn first place? Me, I don't care, because that stuff been going on for years. There's a lot of intermix at that damn time over there in Europe and Africa and Asia and even out here in the United States. Some people still stick with their own kind because that's all they know. That's fine. But don't be goddamn fucking racist. Because if you don't want nobody towards racist towards you, even if they say some racist terms or not, and they better look at what these terms mean because they don't know what it means. They're just saying it. That's the only thing I say. But I'm getting back to this article reading. But that doesn't mean that sex, especially the air, as the black woman disappeared. Here's 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 a ideology. A few months ago, to the quarter of it posted a article as a circle about bikers, racism, and privilege. It has its limits, but it was helpful to explain the ways that the privilege has a mainly fees. We must scratch that is an allergy to this allergy to feature to the and they captured it as the encouragement and the narrator of invisible black womanhood and presently we imagine in the development as the circle list as the black man and black woman as his helmet. He is the solo actor. The helmet exists only to protect his life. He may be knocking of his his bicycle and closer to his death, but thankfully his helmet was there to protect his skull. I get what they're trying to say. It's actually that is not how it should work. But black women ain't the helmet of the black men. We are partners. We are circled together. We are our brothers and sisters and sons and daughters and mothers and fathers, lovers and neighbors, cousins. We are all family. A lot of us deserve the freedom. I am not the I am no one's struggle and ready to make gay. We are erupted at this conversation and romantic notice of the fighting for our brothers. We are saying we are saying Black Lives Matter. We actually meant all Black lives matter all the time. Let me say to this. Let me say to this. When we say Black Lives Matter, right? What are we really saying? Are we saying only us matter, then no one else matter? Or that's what we're saying. Let's say that they're not really black. Let's say if they're mixed. Let's say, notice they did not put white in there. Notice they did not put that. See, what they're trying to say that to keep black lives going because otherwise black lives are being disturbed. Look, I love my folk, but we're sound like we're racist because the stuff we're saying Black Lives Matter because everybody ain't black. Everybody ain't black, just like everybody ain't white. Let's say if they did an article called everything is white has got to be right. If you ain't right, you ain't white. That is bullshit. Anybody who believed that, you're a fool if you think like that. White folks wouldn't be stupid to say like, because anybody could be a Caucasian regardless of the necessary of the fucking skin tone. Same thing the word black. When they hear that word black, it's always damn negative. We need to stop thinking that we're negative and stop listening. I don't listen to white brothers and sisters seriously or anyone else because I know how I am. They know how they is. Same thing. They need to stop thinking that when they hear the word white, they think they pure. That's bullshit. They're human just like as much as everybody else. Let's look at the definition of the word black. Is actually is of the very dark color onto the everyday of or completely calculate of the light, the opposite of white, black smoke, and this is the dark or pitch black, jet black, coral black, ivory and sable and inky and black horse. It said it right here. Of any human group has a dark skin. But here's one problem. Every black person have no fucking dark skin. Perhaps of African or Australian and Aboriginal accent. Look, I understand what they're saying. And the absolute of the citizen of Jamaica descent. Let's see this, man, because this is some bullshit. Look at this. Do every black person look like this? No. Look at biracial. Look at this. Do that person look like they black? No. But it got some black features in there somewhere. But it's got European centric as well. But they won't say about this. I bet you they won't say about this now. Just like this little girl. Don't she look like she's black? But she's biracial because she got a white mother and a black father. But they tacked this commercial because they did not want whites and blacks are guilty of this and say, oh man, we got to change. Then whose fault is that? That's the black man's fault just as much as the black woman's fault. That's the white man's fault just as much as a black woman. If they want to stick with their own race, then go ahead and do so. But don't be no fucking racist. You know, this is some bullshit. They're afraid that, oh shit, they're going to discriminate our race. Look, not everybody is mixed. There's a majority who are. Babies are babies. Look at this white guy right here. He's white, but the thing is, this brother, it got some black in him. Got black father and a white mother. You couldn't tell this brother is black right here. There are white people who look straight up white, but they really are black from their parents' side. But they got the certain European features from their mother's side. That's any goddamn race. See, when we say Black Lives Matter, or they say Black Lives Matter, or you mean that every black person got to be dark or darker? Because I got news for you. Every black person ain't dark or darker. See, that's what these so-called black supremacists believe. Them motherfuckers. They sound like them the so-called white supremacists. I bet you next thing you know, they're gonna say everything is white has got to be right. That is bullshit. Watch. You watch what I tell you. If my folks came out, Black Lives Matter, right? But what mattered of black matter they talking about? Every black person got to be jet black or pitch black. But here's one problem. Every race of people don't have that kind of color. How can blacks say that we're the most dominant, but yet we don't own any goddamn thing? And there are blacks who do own something. They didn't want to look back in their fucking community. They go to other community. And when they do help out their community, they criticize them. Look what they did to MC Hammer. They criticized him. And I commend MC Hammer, help out in the black community. And they turn against him. And they did. And the ones who appreciate it is the ones that they don't mind do for him back. Look at this. This is what you call blackest color in the world. Right here. Burned up color. Right here. This is what you call black right here. Every black people don't have this goddamn color. And that ain't either. But that also. And that also. But they won't say about that. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand how they feel because black always been symbolized with death. This is what the Western culture believe. When they hear the word black. When they hear this word. Now, there are black people do look like this. And especially African. Because Africans will tell you in a minute, you ain't African. The blackest player. Because in the white people, not all the racist ones, they believe that black is always symbolizing of death. But look at this. There are black people right now who go through this, who got the vitiligo and change it to black to white. Whites have this too. They went from white to red. This is how blacks and whites got up in here. But these people are so damn ignorant. They so damn ignorant. But see, one thing about whites and blacks got a lot in common. They always focus on the skin tone. Blacks focus on the hair color and the skin tone. Whites focus on the eye color, then the color hair texture. The hair. Then the skin tone. You see the difference? You see the difference? For all you racist ass people, motherfuckers out there, and for any other nationality, race, but you won't talk about that, would you? You racist ass bastards. See but I know why they racist, because they believe every race of people look like this. Every race don't look like this. Look at the definition of the word white. Do every white person look like this? Not really. Some of it. Just like every black person don't look like that of that color that I showed you when I showed that man that burnt up color. Now some blacks look like that, but all blacks don't look like that. Before we start talking about this is what pale meant when white people say that you gotta be pale. But it's funny, Michael Jackson was pale because he had fucking vitiligo. But yet he's not white. He is black. You got some ignorant ass people out there, black and white and black, that's saying this nonsense. You watch. If black people say Black Lives Matter, you watch what I tell you. They're gonna say white is right. Everything has got to be white is right. See, it's the damn color. It's these damn colored people, not color, but all races. It's these government official people, man. They the ones came up with these racist phrases. They do not want black whites together. Only one race that matter is the fucking human race. Now, don't get me wrong. We do need to have justice in this country, but we got to support each other. Because right now, I start to see blacks don't support one another. Every other group do it, but yet we don't have it. Because we can't get rid of this black self-hatred. We can't even get rid of this crab in the bucket. I guarantee you, if Trayvon Martin got killed by a black person, nothing been said. I guarantee you that. Let it be Eric Garner. Let it be all these things. The only black lives matter when it got killed by a white person. In other words, why they don't love us. Man, because a lot of them been conditioned to think they're fucking Aryan. Thanks to Hitler, he fucked up the whole entire goddamn country of Europe, and he did. It would take years from Europeans to fix that problem right there. But guess what? There are blacks out here have the same mindset as Hitler. Fuck Hitler. Hitler was black too. And not only that, he was white, but this motherfucker got Jewish in him. And so nobody ain't fucking pure. If that's the case, if you want to believe that, when people say they ain't pure, in other words, they ain't mixed. They 100% white. They 100% black. That's what they're saying. They full of bullshit. They need to have a more. Need to have a more open, pure heart. What happened to that? I can't stand a fucking racist. I don't, because they ignorant. They come out here and they say something, but you don't see these group of people. That's why fuck all these race supremacists, the white supremacists and these so-called black supremacists. They need their ass kicked because what they're doing, they try to break whites and blacks to separate those two because we don't want all this mixing going on. In other words, they killing black, they killing white. If it's not that, then what the fuck it is then? There's so much intermix. All you gotta do is ask your mom and dad that somebody ancestor or somebody. Matter of fact, every race come from a family root of that tree, but the difference is they come from different branch of that tree. You see the difference between other races? You see what difference? We need to start loving one another as a people because we keep saying Black Lives Matter, but what we need to say that every lives are mattered. Black or white, gay or straight, we need to start saying that before we say Black Lives Matter. Just like they always say white is right. Everything's got to be right, got to be just as right. Because I don't buy into this. Because it's wrong for a white person to say that white is right. No, it's not. That's a lie. If you buy into that, then you're a fool. Whites can be wrong just as much as everyone. They right on some things, but they wrong on some things. Black Lives Matter. Are we saying we're the only lives matter? Because what we're saying, we don't think about everybody else's lives matter. Then we're only matter. Look, I understand the anger. I get that. I know how it feels like when people don't care. More pain is more important. Look, I don't wish no death for nobody. Not white, not black, not anybody. Not for my brothers and sisters out there. We're better than this. Because what we're saying as a hate group. I'm not standing aside with these so-called Black Panthers. Because where the fuck would they were if they cared about the black community? They don't want to. They don't want to. They don't want to. Corporate. They don't want to. They don't want to cooperate with the fucking police. They're saying we're gonna be police in our community. That's what they're saying, and that's where they fucked up at. They did the same thing to fuck so-called Black Panthers. I mean, they did the same thing to so-called white. They did the same thing to so-called Ku Klux Klan. They full of shit. You don't hear nothing about Ku Klux Klan. You don't hear a fucking peep. You won't hear shit out of them. But when that Boston Marathon and that 9/11 was attacked when it occurred, where these so-called these white supremacist groups at? You don't hear a shit out of them. But they always worry about black, but they don't worry about no one else but black. They worry about Asian. Of course, they worry about Jews. For some reason, they always blame Jews. Why is it that? Is it because that Jews have something to do with the plot of death of Jesus Christ? Or is it something that had to do they making this money and owning the day? Oh, you talking about Zionists. I already know you talking about. You don't talk about the average Jew. You're talking about the other ones with the fake Jews that use the word Nazi and ran with it, and they making money out of this. You talk about them, just like the Mexican mafia and the Black Guerrilla family. Fuck those two. They're the real reason why there are Mexicans and blacks out there fighting for nothing, because they out here, but yet they sell drugs from each other, right along with the Aryan Brotherhood. They full of shit. They full of shit. They really is. I don't want to hear a word out of a white person's mouth or Asian or black, because I know all of these groups are full of shit. We're human beings, goddammit, and we need to start acting like it. But instead, we don't look at each other as human, because we can't get past this color shit. Because we so goddamn fucking different. That made me sick. You can't kill everybody. You can't kill every black person, because black's going to be out here anyway. Just like you can't kill every white. They out here. They're going to be out here for a long time. Next thing you know, it's gonna be the damn Latino people. They hate the Latinos because they taking all the jobs. But who fault is that? It's the whites and the blacks. They can't get mad because the jobs are taken over. Get your ass in work, or don't create your own jobs. How you gonna fucking get mad at them? For some, don't get me wrong. You got to be a first American-born citizen to be in a born American. I get you that. There's laws out here and need to be reported your country. I get that too. But also, if they born out here, they should be out here. But if they're not from out here, they just send where they from. But that's everyone thinks else from Europe to Africa. Because if that was the case, they send it across the border too, right? You see what the fuck I'm talking about? But it's supposed to be for opportunities for everybody. No, what it is, they don't want to see every other race making more money than any other national other race. Whites hate to see anybody make more money than them unless you're not making money with them or share that money with them. My folks do the same thing. We hate everyone else making money because nobody want to make money with us. So we get mad with somebody if nobody can make money with us. We don't need to make money with them. You got gay. You got gays, Latino, every other national group. They hate everybody make more money. Even women like that sometimes. They hate that when a man making all this money, but that's what a man's supposed to do. Like Michael Jackson say, and I ain't saying it ain't right, but that's what I got supposed to do. Got to be working day and night. Women don't like that because you don't spend more time with them. They hate that shit. But yet, that's what a man supposed to do. Work. And they know this. They work too. Hey, you got what you asked for. You got the voting rights. You got the stuff like that. What more do you want? I want to ask my people, what more do we want? Are we saying that that we want the whatever you want to call it? I understand we deserve it. Reparation. We deserve that. We deserve it. But if they can't get us, we got to agree to our own shit. I get what you're saying. Blacks do should support their business. And I try to support brothers and sisters, but I support everyone else. Because we're saying that our lives matter. We're not saying everyone else. Everybody out there ain't black. See, they bought this theory that dark matters. For those who don't know what that means, even black supremacists believe this, that every black person is dominant. Well, I got news for you. Every black person ain't dark. See, black community do not want to talk about this because there's a lot of intermixing. Same thing in the white community, Asians, Latinos, and all these other races. They don't want to talk about that. Oh, you won't get white supremacists talking about that, but they full of shit too. Matter of fact, I was pull out a video. They would show a black man joining the Ku Klux Klan a couple of years ago. Ku Klux Klan, they would not let nobody in the Black Panther, or I mean, a couple of years ago, it was a black person. I'm trying to mean black person was involved in the Ku Klux Klan. A couple of years ago, Ku Klux Klan wouldn't even think to get a black person in there, but they have. But for some reason, if they mix with white blood somewhere, and Ku Klux Klan ain't nothing but the original Knight Templars, all the way from fucking Switzerland. I can't believe this shit. When I heard it, I'm saying I guarantee white Masons in there. What you call Scott or right or something like that. I guarantee you. Same thing to Prince Hall. The Black Masons, right with the damn Black Panthers with the black skull and bones and the white skull and bones. If those who don't know what's black skull and bones, Boule. The same fucking people out there, what Bill Cosby was associated with that. Without the damn white skull and bones, blacks wouldn't be shit. And they know this. They fucking know this. But yet the motherfuckers skull and bones, they evil as hell. They more evil than Boule in time. I wouldn't fuck with the Boule or the skull and bones. Because they got a movie called Skull. Please watch that movie. Go and watch that film. Because that movie, whites involved in skull and bones. And that comes from Yale University by Bush and his father and Al Gore. 3 of them involved in this organization. And Boule, Follow to the king. Who king they're talking about? Is it the king for the Europeans, or is it king to some? They don't tell. Or Jesus Christ? They don't tell who follow to the king, because that's what it means boule. I always thought boule means gay. For some reason, for some odd fucking reason, we don't know if we want to separate from white folk or we want to be mingled with white folk. We don't know. Say no, make a video.
I talked to one probation officer.
Okay. Hold on. I was talking to my family member, but as I saying that, you know, how can we say Black Lives Matter, but everybody else's lives matter too, right? Same thing. Next thing you watch what I tell you, these Fox News and all the rest of them, they're gonna come with this phrase about white lives is right. Everything, if white lives ain't right, it ain't right. If they don't have white lives is right. Every lives is every lives is everyone. If it's right or wrong, every lives is right, black or white. Every lives are matter to black or white. See, they keep playing race because they so goddamn confused. You got blacks and whites. They looking at the goddamn skin tone. If it ain't the fucking hair that my people focus on, it's the fucking skin tone. We love the favorite. It's the skin tone, then the fucking hair. Whites focus on the damn eye color and hair color. That is bullshit because everybody has the same features as them. You got everybody have the same feature as black. I understand nobody wants to associate to separate themselves as black. I love being black. I love that, but I gotta represent these other people as well, a part of me. But see, we can't, if we don't move past this color stuff, we're gonna really destroy it ourselves and them too. Because what's the point talking about this, and yet all blacks are doing destroying each other and everything else, and whites destroying each other and everything else because they don't want to pass on their hate to the next generation, to their kids. You know what? It's these government official people they need to focus on, because it's these people. What?
Them chicken nuggets now.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna have some cheese and bacon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bacon cheeseburger.
All right.
Yeah. Cause I bought the bacon, you know, like a pepper bacon. Y'all like that on that, but yeah. Like
all right. But as I was saying before, you know, every lives are matter. You know, I hate that term Black Lives Matter, because what we're saying that our lives only matter, no one else. That's what the fuck we're saying. Next thing you know, they're gonna say white lives is only right to be mattered. If no, everything white is not lives ain't matter, it ain't right for our lives ain't matter too. Every lives are mattered. Every lives is right, but that doesn't make anything right. You know what they say? Matter might be wrong for any matter that's right, but I don't want to be right all the time and don't even matter any time. Like that man said, loving you is wrong, but I don't want to be right. And when that brother said that, that's true. And we need to look at our mistakes, man, and everybody else. I'm sick and tired of this racism shit, this colors, because everything that we've been taught to believe, from the Bible, from the politicians to the celebrities, everybody else, we're being taught is a lie, but people are too damn coward to say it. Whites and blacks and everybody else are afraid. They don't give a damn about their own people or not, or anybody else. Only thing they care about is that green. If it ain't nothing else, anything else I can say anymore. So God bless to anyone who make it important to everybody, because you're going to have ignorant people from every nationality, to Asian, to black, to white, everybody. But we need more positive thoughts and real positive people, because these people don't want to give a damn about ain't learning nothing. That's why they in the situation they're in now. But they got the nerve, want to blame everyone else and not towards their self and anything else, but towards anyone else but themselves. So peace, people, and love everybody, because brace one people, man, and that's the whole entire race. Because this shit, it just gets on my nerves All it's doing is create more problems. We're going forward than not going backwards. Let's start moving forward instead of going back. Because we keep going backwards, we're never going to come forward as the years and the years pass on. All right? All right. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basic Chuck of the Deuces. I do tech, baby. Until next time. All right? All right. Peace and I'm out.